Hi, my name is Ogo Okumabua of Zuike Apparel. My Canada is unique.
Hi, Wanda Yamamoto. I'm the Director of Finance and Administration for Aurora Family Therapy Center. My Canada is diverse and understanding.
Hi, my name is Osaid Khan. My Canada is naturally beautiful. At the same time, it's a true wake-up call of a truly complicated and sometimes shameful history of our treatment to Indigenous people.
Hi, my name is Ira and I am the founder of Electronic Waste Manitoba. My Canada is a country that supports all cultures. My Canada celebrates Black, Indigenous, and people of color.
Hello, I'm Jordan. I'm deaf. I'm a deaf father to my 2 deaf children. My Canada is where it's accessible for deaf Canadians. This would include deaf Indigenous, Black, and people of color, as well as newcomers.
Hi, my name is Reem. I'm a university student here in Winnipeg. My Canada is complex. It's accomplished a lot in terms of human rights, but it still has a long way to go in acknowledging the people that it's hurt and trying to make amends.
Simgiget, Sigidam Hana, Ganshkuba Wilsuch, Hetkum Sketwae, Lachsin Wilkal Huchswi, Wilf Kutkunuch Wilsawitwi. Hi, my name is Hetkum Sket. I'm from the Gitxsan Nation. I'm from the territory of the Caribou Ravine, and I'm from the house group of the White Owl. This is not my Canada. Canada is a system that was imposed on these lands.
Immigration and how many groups have landed on to make Canada a pretty unique and diverse country.
In My Canada, we need to understand the history of the residential schools. We need to know about the 215 and 751 unmarked graves in Kamloops and in Saskatchewan. We need to know about the history of the Indigenous soldiers who fought for Canada and were forgotten. We need to know about the Japanese internment camps. We need to know about the anti-Black racism and the history of slavery. And there's so much more that we as Canadians need to learn.
In My Canada, we understand the history of how we treated others that are different than ourselves. But we're still struggling to come to terms with how it's been dealt with.
In My Canada, we would understand the barriers imposed on deaf and hard of hearing individuals, both individual, institutional, and systemic.
In My Canada, people understand the history of Black Canadians and understand the history of Indigenous people in this country and the different ways that Canada didn't treat them properly, and just the history of those 2 people and why they're hurt and why they're in the state that they're in now.
In My Canada, people understand the history of residential school.
For Canada to become a part of these lands, the people need to understand the truths of the establishment of this system.
And to move forward, we need to acknowledge that Canada is our home, but we are also guests here.
To move forward, I would do what I was always been doing, have been exposing non-deaf folks to deaf culture and sign language. And I do that through my performing arts with 100 decibels, through our mime and our comedy, exposing the non-deaf communities to what deaf culture looks like.
Acknowledge the wrong that has been done and to stand up against hatred of those that are different than ourselves.
And to move forward, we must acknowledge the genocide that is the foundation of the development of this country. To move forward, we must understand that the Indigenous peoples will no longer be wards of the state. To move forward, we must reestablish the relationships that we have with the Indigenous peoples of this land.
I know that to move forward, we need to make sure that we're talking about racism and anti-Muslim sentiments with people from a young age. So in schools, talking to children and letting them ask those questions so that when they're older, they become well-rounded, intelligent people who understand the world, not just from a small bubble.
We need to understand the mistakes of the past, understand and accept that there are cultural differences, and that in order to continue to Canada continue to be great, we need to communicate and talk.
We need to learn about the issues, and we need to learn about the history of Canada, and we need to be able to come together to seek truth and reconciliation.